Wairarapa Sauvignon Blancs and Martinborough in particular, they're a distinctive take on the New Zealand distinctive style of Sauvignon Blanc. They tend to be, obviously all that vibrant, fresh fruit flavours that you would expect from New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, but quite subtle, very subtle, and they encompass a lot of the fruit spectrum. It has some lovely, ripe, fresh flavours, sort of passion fruit, a little bit less of the herbaceousness, and really nice, subtle, versatile style of Sauvignon Blanc.
We, focused on a fruit-driven, pretty simple style of Sauvignon Blanc, a style that I kind of like to characterise as top of the South Island. You'd recognise it very clearly as Sauvignon Blanc. It's got those characteristics that everyone knows from Marlborough, and probably also would see those same characteristics in Sauvignon Blanc from Nelson. So we've developed that style. It's relatively punchy, fruit-driven, fresh, bright.
One of the big factors here is the northwest wind. So that's a strong, dry wind that comes across from Australia and has a big part to play as it hits the Southern Alps, comes and really drives some warm air through this part of New Zealand. As a winemaker, the type of style that we naturally get here, the fruit comes in with good phenolics. We use that to best effect, which is incorporating that in the style of the wine. So things like barrel fermentation, lees contact, all works quite well when you've got structurally potentially quite big fruit. And really with the natural phenolics of the fruit, you've got a nice starting point.
Sauvignon Blanc is obviously what New Zealand is known for internationally, because New Zealand has such a unique, intense varietal character, which is so distinctive, and I think that's part of the reason why it's so popular, is because it's so distinctive, it's so intense, and it's definitely put New Zealand on the map.
I think for the southern valleys you're getting more of that clay influence in the soils, and for us we're tending to get more minerality, kind of citrus characters through our wines. And for us at Dog Point, we're based, the majority of our vineyards all southern valley space, so that minerality really does drive the backbone of all four of our wines. I think when you're getting out onto the Wairau Plain, out closer to the coast and on those free draining gravels, you're starting to get more tropicality coming into the wines. And then in the Aratri Valley with that compact sediment, you're getting more of the slightly herbaceous characters. And people are blending from around the region and getting this sort of overall profile that's incredibly attractive to consumers.
So Hawke's Bay is roughly halfway between Wellington and Auckland in terms of driving. So it would be about 5 hours to Auckland by car, 4 to Wellington, and we're on the east coast of the North Island, and that's one of the driest, warmest parts of the country really. So our Sauvignon style's probably a little different to what you might see in the South Island. I use when I'm out marketing our wines, saying our wines aren't quite as loud, like the volume's not quite as turned up as some of the Marlborough and other regions. We get riper fruit flavours earlier, and generally our alcohol's a little lower, and food friendly, almost more European style.